check out them shoes,
they solid, man. They solid, man.
Where
You
get
already
from?
know the sneaker twins, man. Global
Word,
Soul,
word.
baby.
So they
Global
got
Soul.
like anything you need.
Yeah, I get all my kicks, man. If you need them, they got them.
Word.
Check it. New gear,
Check.
new fit.
Check.
All I need now is some new shoes. Check the store. Don't got them.
Yo, it's the Sneaker Twins back with another episode. New building. Took a year hiatus, but hey man, we got a lot of new heat, fresh ideas, fresh inventory, and fresh things to talk about. Let's go.
Let's go, Shopping with the Soul.
Yo, thanks for tuning in to Shopping with the Soul. We're back. We took a hiatus, but hey man, we're back in a new building, fresh ideas, fresh new look, fresh little sneakers for you guys. Hey, let's go.
Yes, sir. So, we're going to introduce ourselves. I'm one half of the Sneaker Twins, Shannon.
My name is A5.
I'm Zach.
And on the other half of the Sneaker Twins solo. So, hey, look, man, what y'all think about the George Floyd situation, man? And what happened?
They had to do it in order to prevent another red summer, basically, in my book.
Right.
Yeah, bro. It's definitely going to get. It was definitely going to get crazy. I feel like even if you don't get as long as they want to, it's still going something crazy is about to happen, man. I feel that transition coming in where, bro, it's going to be some crazy stuff going down, man. So, I mean, they was already boarding up like the stores in Los Angeles and everything like that. All the stores, they were boarding them up. Anything that had glass in it, they was boarding it up. So, man.
Then they canceled school for the kids. And,
Yeah, bro.
With Minnesota.
Yeah, bro.
It's honestly so bad that I'm kind of desensitized from the situation because we got one win, but now we got 5 others that we got to focus on that while we were still watching that trial.
Right.
Can you really call it a win?
No.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't think it's a win. I don't think anything where someone loses their life is a win, you know, or anything, because that's always got to be counted as a loss. Like no matter what, I'm talking about the things that don't even get mainstream. We just had here in Macon where a dude went in one of the stores and just shot up another kid, man. That's 2 L's because he just lost his life because he going to jail for the rest of it. And then, you took the other dude's life. Like, what are we teaching these kids? How can we rise above this? And that's meaning black on black crime, anything, you know what I'm saying? Because it's if all lives truly matter, like they're trying to push, and then
It's my thing though, just to piggyback on what you're saying, like you got to look at it as a loss. Well, anything is a loss when you look at it like this. I mean, it's been going on for hundreds of years, so it's already a loss. You feel what I'm saying? You can't win in this situation. The system is not made for you to win at all. So, I mean, you got to look at it like, yeah, we got nice things, we got this place, but really, do you still understand what we're up against though? It's just like, you got to look at it like that. So it's never a win. It's always a what if.
I mean, yeah, because I feel like you don't never win anyway because you fighting demons and you fighting battles within yourself. Always, all of us are. And then, not to mention, with fighting demons and battles in yourself, you're also fighting, against your own people, your own kind, that don't want to see you win. It's the truth in life is there's more people that want to see you win than lose, but there are ones out there that don't want to see you win. You gotta.
Is it really?
Can I tell y'all a theory? Well, I want to ask y'all a theory. How y'all feel about this?
Yeah.
Most black people didn't want the slave to be free. They just wanted a chance to hold the whip. When we talk about change and power, what happens if the black community does get the power to change? Are we going to go just be the new masters with the whip? Or will we actually make a society better for all of us?
Well, you got to look at it like
You got to
this.
select few to do.
But look at it like this though. Look at it like this. So, in that situation, let's take an average black male. That means just me and you. Take an average black male. You put us in a room, 5 whites, 5 Hispanics, 5 any other race. We're gonna adapt. We are meant to adapt. That's what we've been doing since the beginning of time. We adapt to our situation. So what I'm saying is, with that being said, I think that we could actually have the power to change. I don't think we would be new slave masters because that's just not in us. It's in some of us. But I'm saying some people who have the intellectual meaning or anything like that, you just know, like.
The only reason I say that is because, like, look at what man's done now. What happens when man gets power? Power is a drug.
It is. It is a drug.
If you put it in the wrong man's hands.
I mean, if you got somebody that got some vengeance and hate in their heart, then yeah, they gonna hold that whip and they gonna crack it too.
Yeah, because it's all about what's in you as a person. I don't feel like it's every black man, because I feel like we live in a time where here in Macon where it was a time where 99% of our income came from outside of Macon, and we gave back more than what, you know, the 10 business owners that were all the way beside us did. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, like 99% of your money, which means only 1% is coming from Macon, and you giving back in your city and helping these kids and helping people, because that's what it's really all about. That's what power really is about. If you're gonna use your power to help and change, or you're gonna use your power to abuse and disrupt, and that's what people been doing for years. And you know, most black men, you can tell, bro, when they get a little power. Most of them, when they on the job and they get a little power, what they call it? HNIC. What they call it?
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
we call them clipboard holders. Then give a nigga a little clipboard. They do something now, boy.
But still, you know what I'm saying? I never been that way, bro. I never been that way. I've always been the person that, hey, I'm not gonna just lead by example, but I'm gonna lead by doing the work too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I would never ask anybody to do something that I can't do.
Right, because you realize that the power is in the relationships. Once you realize that,
that's where most money comes from. Money's not everything, but you want to be rich in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
You really want to be rich in
I'm
relationships.
rich. I ain't rich in USD or Euro or Yen, but I'm rich in relationships.
Right. Building with people, man. Cause I mean,
as long as you got people.
like I said, man, I don't try to brag, but I got a lot of people know in my phone, and I don't know. A lot of people don't have the same opportunity, but it was because we built that for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We built a brand for ourselves. We built things for ourselves, and you know, it takes a while to build. You just got to continue to build. You know, when one stumbling block comes, are you gonna allow that to stop you? You know, let's talk about it. Let's get on that. That's a good one. Fear of failure. Fear of failure. What y'all think about fear of failure?
I think fear, just overall. I mean, it's a constant battle we deal with every day, as far as fear, because it's your mind versus flesh. You know, your flesh gonna tell you, man, don't do that shit. But don't go do that dumbass shit, boy. Why you gonna do that? But you know, the spirit, who you are as a person, you gotta go after it. Because ain't nobody gonna do it for you. No one is gonna do anything for you. Nobody give a fuck about you. And that's when things changed for me. When I realized don't nobody give a fuck about me. I mean, it's select fruit, but I'm just saying, really, just overall.
Yeah.
Just like an overall man. Nobody gives a fuck about you.
As a man, think about it. Think about it, bro. We ain't, as a black man, shit, we the bottom of the totem pole, bro. Mm-hmm. We only love off what we can provide. Mm-hmm. You know, literally, bro. Now, I would say that not from my kids and my wife's standpoint, or my mother and my father, not that standpoint, the people that really matter, but other folks. Everybody outside of your immediate family, you're only loved of what you can provide. You know what I'm saying? And the fear of failure, what is fear, bro? What is fear?
Personally, I always thought fear was an innate human emotion. I mean, you should be scared. I mean, that's what keeps you alive. Like, literally. That's what keeps you alive. That's what keeps you smart. Without fear, you do a lot of stupid things.
Right.
But, like I said, doubt is a demon that only gets power when you listen.
Right. That's true.
So, for the things that you want, if you want to change something, the only person that can change it is you. There is nobody out here going to help your hand. Everybody wants a fast flip win just to say they did it, but they don't want to do the work behind it. Faith without work is pointless.
Oh man.
Well, yep, as you guys can see, hey, we're shopping with the soul. This is live, so hey, we got to
It's raw, it's uncut.
Yeah, it's raw, it's uncut, man. And we all sipping on our drinks and stuff.
We can't tell y'all what it is because we don't want to promote that company without them giving us any checks. So
None at all.
Exactly. Well, yeah, man. We'll stay on that subject when Jeff get back from answering the phone and taking care of our customers. We'll stay on that subject. Hey, but we'll get on that. Hey, yeah, man. Fear is crazy, bro. It's crazy. Fear is just one of the things that we all gotta battle and deal with every day. You know, but like you said, it does keep you alive. It keeps you aware. It keeps you aware of everything that's around you. And you know, some things you should be scared of. There's some things you should fear.
You're only scared of like the things that you're scared of losing. Like that means that has no value to it. It's
Right.
attached to it. Why shouldn't you want to work to keep it up?
Right.
Like fear creates value.
right,
It does.
Because if you're not scared to lose it, you don't really care about it.
it is true. That's why you see all these white folks. Well, not those Caucasian folks. Yeah, but whatever they are. Hey, cut that shit. Cut my money, man.
We love the white folks, all right? We love y'all.
But anyway. Yeah, man. That's why you see that people who get an inheritance and things like that, they go out and blow it and they don't appreciate it. They blow it out on drugs, they do all that stuff because they don't appreciate it. They have to work for it. So
We weren't born with, all of us here weren't born with a silver spoon no more. You know, we had to work for everything. We had great parents. We had a great structure system to how we grew up. And, you know, these kids are growing up way different than what we're growing up. We'll get into that later on in the show, how we talked about that. But
this is my one point I want to make, and then I'm gonna just leave it alone. So and then we can move on. My one point that I want to make: if you didn't come from a rich family must come from you.
that's true.
That's it.
It's true. So how do you get to that point? What is being rich?
Well,
What is being rich versus being wealthy? See what I'm saying? It's two different things. You can be rich. You got a lot of rich folks come and walk around here. Got a lot of rich rappers walking around here and they go broke. But how do we build wealth?
it starts with a mindset switch. Like you have to change the way you think about the world. What is wealth, and what is wealth for your family and you? Like personally, I always think wealth is generational.
Right.
Like my kids never having to worry about stuff. Their kids never having to worry about stuff. Rich is just what I can see.
Rich is just, it's tangible. Money is just there. Money is money. That's rich.
Money comes and goes. It fluctuates like up and down every single day. You can be up 5,000 a day and be down 5,000. It's just like the stock market. Money is just like the stock market.
That's blood pressure.
Yeah.
That's money.
Yeah. Blood pressure.
Now,
Yeah.
land, houses, real estate, that's wealth. That shit that can be passed down from generation to generation. That's
Right.
wealth.
Right. Because of my assets.
Mhm.
Assets over liabilities.
Yeah.
That's it.
Shout out Earn, please.
That's it.
You know, and we're not trying to create a monopoly here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody's always trying to say, you know, man, I want this for myself. But, bruh, like I tell y'all all the time, bruh, you're only as strong as the people around you. Like none of us. What sense would it make that I'm up 5,000 and Jeffrey over here broke, or you over here broke, and you can't pay your bills? What sense does it make? You know, it just doesn't make sense because it creates an environment of a family environment of what we're trying to do here. You know what I'm saying? That knowing that, hey man, if I'm up 5,000, damn man, I can at least break my boys off something. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not gonna sit up here, even if y'all work for it, but still, giving y'all something extra, giving y'all something to let y'all know, man, this is a family environment, bro. Even though it is a business at the end of the day, we all still family at the end of the day because without y'all, Global Soul wouldn't be what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we got to create that environment here. That's what we've been trying to do.
And that's what he say. What he mean is, you have to see the value in the people around you. See, anybody can be around. Anybody can be around. But if they don't bring value to you, you got to cut their ass off.
Because it's like this. Whatever doesn't bring value to your life, and you're doing it, you're just playing with yourself. You're playing with your heart. You're playing with your life because it's not adding anything to you. It's taking away. It's just subtracting. It ain't adding anything. And if anything is not adding to you and it's subtracting, then eventually you're gonna look up 5 years down the road and like, damn man, I gave 5 years of my life to this company or this thing and it didn't help me at all. It didn't help me grow.
You know what I'm saying? There's a quote for that. It says, sometimes the circle decreases in size but increases in value.
Right. Yeah.
There it is.
I would say maybe out of 5 years, maybe you may not have nothing tangible to show for it, like a 401k investment or, you know, anything like that. But you got a lesson learned.
Right.
That's true.
Right. That's
You
true.
can't put a price tag on
No.
lesson learned.
Nah, you can't do that at all.
But
it's
that's the
a
thing.
helping
That's the thing though. Dude asked me, would you rather learn the hard way, or would you rather just make it easy? It's easy, bro. That's an easy question. That's an easy answer right there.
Mhm.
So
Depending on how hard.
hard-headed
Well, speaking of what you said the value of money monetarily. Well, inflation is a hidden tax. The value, like you said, goes up of $1 goes up and down every day.
Right.
It is never going to be a single solid thing. The bank take your money and invest it somewhere. So why not invest in yourself so you don't have to learn them hard lessons?
Right.
Like money, like Grant Cardone said this all the time. Money is worthless unless you put it to work. You have to have your money work for you. So why not invest in yourself?
Right.
I mean, Jack Thriller told us, man. Jack Thriller told me. He told me, I'll never forget it, bro. It was like 5 years ago, bro. He said shit, bro. Bet on you. At the end of the day, all you can do is bet on you.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, once you roll out of that bed, you go into that bed and God wake you up the next day. All you got when you go to brush your teeth, all you got is you. All you got is you, man. You are the one who's gonna make it count for your family. As the man, they looking at you. Everything that you do, they looking at you. You know, the kids saying they hungry, they looking at you. You know what I'm saying? They looking at you. They know that their mom can do it, but they ain't worried about mama telling them no, because they always hear no from mom. But they looking at you. They know you ain't gonna tell them no, because if they hungry, you got to be able to have that money for them to go get something to eat. You know, it's been times, man, where it's been rocky, but hey, it's been good though. It's been good. It's been a blessing, man, to be able to, you know, watch my kids grow and be able to be there for them. You know what I'm saying? To be able to be there for them. You know what I'm saying? And be able to be there not just physically, but for them mentally too, because that's another thing we're gonna get in later on in the show, man. Talk about mental health and how it is really in this, how it is affecting the youth and affecting grown folks.
Let's
Man.
get on another
Well,
before
okay, I got a great saying. It's a question I can really ask you because like you have a son and a daughter.
Right.
This speaks to the black community a lot more. I hear it all the time. It's a question that I actually picked up when I read, and it was saying black culture, black people, we love our sons and raise our daughters. Do you agree with that saying?
Absolutely.
To a certain point, I do. I do.
Well,
yeah. And the reason why I'm gonna tell
I'm
you this,
gonna let you talk.
I'm gonna tell you this because I got both. I got the best of both worlds. I got a daughter and I got a son. It's definitely different. It's definitely a different standard for girls. And you know, for me, I'm still learning. My daughter's about to be 13, and I'm still learning how to be a father to a girl because my whole life, my father he was tough on us. You know, my mother was tough on us. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have like that soft spot in my heart where you're supposed to have for girls. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I find myself going a little too far sometimes because it's hard for me to turn off that switch as far as raising a girl goes. And raising girls is way different from boys because it's certain things, and they got the certain thing where every boy, every man wants. they got what every man wants. You know
Not
what
every
I'm
man.
saying? Well,
Every
heterosexual man. They have what
Well, you can't say that's not normal nowadays.
Well, yeah, that's normal. I'm sorry about that. Let's cut that. Basically,
every hetero. Listen, bro. Listen.
Everybody now.
They have what every heterosexual.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. They have whatever, and you got to teach them the way to protect that, and let them know that every man can't have that. You know what I'm saying? It's the only special, the special man. Say that for the special man or the person that treats you like I do. You know what I'm saying? And versus a boy, you know, they are more interested in what we do. They're more interested in sports. They're more interested in things the same interests as us. And it's hard to, you know, get to the same interest that girls want because everything that they do involves pretty much spending money. You know, there's nothing really free that girls like to do. You know, besides, you know, if you buy them a camera, you know, I gotta still pay for the camera, but you can go take pictures for free. You know, oh, I want to do a picnic. Well, I gotta buy the food for the picnic. I gotta buy the basket for the picnic. I gotta buy the blanket for the picnic. You know what I'm saying? you know, it's nothing really free that involves raising a young girl. But at the end of the day, it's a blessing. Don't get me wrong, but it's way different, and you have to raise your kids different. People always say, nah, man, I'm gonna raise them the same way. That's not true, bro. It's not true. A girl and a boy are raised two different ways, man. It just has to be that way. And that's the way that it is, man. It has to be that way. And if you want, what defines a true good relationship with a girl? Nothing is gonna ever be perfect. But at the end of the day, you're doing it, as long as you feel like you're doing the best that you can, at the end of the day, they'll always appreciate that because one parent has to be the bad guy. Unfortunately, in me and my wife's relationship, I'm the bad guy. You know, I'm the disciplinary parent. But my kids know if they're hungry or they need anything, I'm there for them. You know, so that's the biggest thing. I'll let you go.
I don't think that's a bad thing at all, that being a disciplinary parent, especially as a black man.
Right.
Because, like, my mom always raised me like this: I'm gonna discipline you before the world get a hold of you.
Right.
Like, straight up.
Cause they ain't gonna do it with love.
Yeah, as a black man, there ain't no sugarcoating nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you get in some trouble, they gonna try to throw the book at you.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been that way.
Yeah.
So, being a disciplinary, that's why I asked that question: why do we love our sons and raise our daughters? Shouldn't we do the same to our sons so they know out here how to go treat a woman, how to go treat another man out here in the street, and stop using pride to run their life?
Right. Because pride is the destruction of everything. That's the reason why you got all these men walking around prideful. They get a 40 in their hand, or they get a Glock in their hand. They take pride in that, you know, knowing that, hey man, I just took this dude's life, not really thinking and just acting off an emotion, and then not knowing that they just threw their whole lives away. You know, so that's the reason I talk to my son every day, and I try to encourage him and lead him. Like, you know, sports are important, but son, I love you, man. You know, that's another thing we did not hear enough growing up, bro. Son, I love you. You know, we got our fathers. I don't know about y'all, but I can speak for my father. My father, he loved us, but I didn't know. He didn't tell me that until I was 18. I didn't hear the word "I love you." He just showed it. We have to show and tell these days, bro. You got to show and tell your son that you love him. Show and tell them that you're a part of them, bro. Show and tell them and lead them and guide them into the way. Because they'll make mistakes, but allow them to make those mistakes and learn from them and be there for them. And that's the number one thing that is important. Like now, my dad, our relationship is way different and way better now. Is because the reason why is because I made a lot of mistakes early on, but I can't think of one time that he wasn't there for me. You know what I'm saying? That he didn't talk to me and try to encourage me and try to lead me and guide. Big decisions now, I don't even make them without talking to my dad first. Anything that's big in my life, any decision that I make, I'm 31 years old, but I don't make any decision without talking to him first, because I know that he's gonna give me the best sound advice. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way that it should be. But that's what we got to do for these young kids out here. Not just your sons, but for kids that need help. We all got to be there for them, bro.
Help a brother save a nation.
Please silence all cell phones.
You see, I'm room for everybody that's black, bro.
Haters.
Damn, bro, I'm room for everybody that's black. I had to let y'all know.
Okay, alright.
So yeah, anybody got anything else to say about that?
No, we can go all day.